Hi, this is Suzanne Wachtel. Welcome to my podcast, Living Your Best Life. Today I want to talk about something that I've been talking about for years that has really helped me. And the name of today's podcast is Stop Fucking Taking Everything Personally. I know that's a bit extreme, but I will tell you, years and years ago, I bought the 4 Agreements. It might have been 25 years ago. Oprah bought the 4 Agreements. It's a little book. I highly recommend it, with these 4 beliefs that would make your life better and uplifted and more productive and positive. And one of the beliefs in the book, and I recommend buying it and reviewing it too, but today I'll simplify it and help you understand that taking things personally, A, is ego-driven, and B, will only bring you down, make you unhappy, and give you a personal feeling that if someone's behaving poorly or does something disappointing, that it's about you. So, in a way, I look around the world today and I see the tension. People are so uptight. The drivers are cutting each other off. People in line at a supermarket are annoyed. There's a little market I go to in South Florida called The Boys, and everyone, you have to go there prepared and with patience. People go there and it's almost like they're in the bumper cars, trying to cut each other off. And when you're observing this, you just see this toxic energy, this anger, this frustration, this negative energy in the air, on the roads, in the stores, among friends. People are edgy, people are stressed out. So my big line to myself and to any friend or patient that I have is, do not take it personally. Now, people say to me, well, that sounds so easy. It is so easy to do. Here's how you do it. These are the tools to stop taking things personally. First of all, if you're driving, someone cuts you off. Instead of getting mad and reacting and, they cut me off, that damn you need to say to yourself first, maybe that person is lost. Maybe they cut me off because they're a really shitty driver. Maybe they're young, maybe they're texting, maybe they're on drugs, maybe they are senile and should not be driving. And the best thing to do would be to avoid them and not take it personally. Someone calls you and yells at you, puts you down, gives you a hard time. My first reaction, now that I'm trained my mind to not take anything personally, is I sit back and I'll think, what's going on in their life? I approach it with curiosity. Why would that person be so angry or curt or reactive to something that I really had no intention of triggering them? People get triggered. When someone is triggered, it means that it has poked a sensitive area in them, and perhaps they're having a inappropriate reaction, and a reaction that's way higher than the event going on. So, for example, you call a friend, you haven't spoken to them in a while, and now you have the time and you sit down to make a call to reconnect, and you're met with, now you have time for me, and you're given guilt or attempted guilt, and you're made to feel badly. So you have a choice at that moment. You could take it personally and go, I must be a bad friend, a bad person, I didn't call them, it's true. Or you could say, I'm not going to take this personally. Maybe they're feeling rejected and abandoned. Maybe there's something other than me not calling them for a while that's going on in their life. And the way to handle that would be to simply say, I'm so sorry that you felt that way, but I'm calling now. Let's catch up. How are you? Another one, if you're in a relationship and someone snaps at you, someone's nasty to you, someone's overreacting to you, and your attempt is to please them and make their life a little better, and you're met with negativity and anger. What do? Do you respond? Your role, your responsibility is how you react to negative energy. Negative energy attracts other negative energy. So if someone's nasty or irritable or negative or, unhappy, sometimes we are triggered to respond accordingly, just like them. But that's why I decided to make this podcast, because I feel like we're all met today in this world. There's so much fear and tension and anger and frustration that most people are short-wired, and they are behaving more critically, more short-fused, and more negative in general. So our role would be to be aware of that, to take a breath, do our work, which is either meditation, staying grounded, going to therapy, doing whatever it is, listening to gentle music, perhaps cooking a meal, whatever brings you to peace and calm. And the only thing we can do is to not react like them. Because once you react like them, then you are negative as well. So when you don't take things personally, and you notice that someone's behaving very badly, and you either choose to remove yourself from that energy, avoid it, or to think about with curiosity. I always say curiosity because then it provokes us to think about what is going on for them that they feel the need to behave so poorly, so critically, so judgmental, so toxic, okay? What is going on for them? Are they feeling insecure? Are they being rejected? Are they having a hard time? Are they having health issues? Are they having relationship issues? Are they feeling less than abundant? Are they depressed? Are they sad? Or lonely? Whatever it may be, it's not your fucking problem. Unless you react to it, feed into it, and then now you're trapped in the toxic bubble with them. So, go buy or order the 4 agreements. It will just reinforce what I'm talking about today. And it really is about training your thoughts, which is the only thing we can control in our life really, is how we think about things, how we respond to things, and how we react to things. So if we can train our minds to look at toxic energy with curiosity, not taking it personally, trying to breathe before reacting, and really either deciding to walk away, remove yourself, buy yourself some time, or to approach it if you're in the mindset with curiosity, empathy, and kindness. And if that doesn't work, avoidance is probably your best choice. So not taking anything personally is a huge lesson, a huge tool, and it will save you so much grief because it applies to everybody, from someone you see in a store to family members. Family members are probably the most responsible for being toxic. They're more comfortable to let out their true self or their frustrations. But I think in today's world, there is so much of this going on. Another book I would highly recommend is Toxic People. So if you find that you're coming up against so many toxic people, you may want to invest in that book because it just validates what you're experiencing through labeling and identifying all the different varieties and types of toxic people that exist. So when you come up against someone, rather than being triggered and taking it personally, you start to think, ooh, which kind of toxic person are they? What are they doing in their behavior that's defining them as toxic? Why is their energy triggering mine? Why is this person, when I am in their company, making me feel negative about myself, unhappy, really down? And that is the key. And that is a toxic encounter that you cannot take personally. You just have to keep reinforcing that you don't deserve it in your mind, and that you are going to stay positive, uplifted, and happy. So I hope this has helped. I hope this has helped you identify what not taking it personally means, and how very, very powerful that strategy and that tool is in your life. So have a wonderful day. Please enjoy the sunshine, the nature, the beauty in your life. And please stop trying or stop taking anything personally. Please, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.